Mahilig ka ba sa open spaces or makipag-date sa public parks? Sana all. Welcome back to my channel, my dudes. At dahil napakarami nag-request ng video na ito, ating alamin kung papasaba sa mata ng isang arkitekto ang Comprehensive Land Use Plan ng Davao City. What's up my dudes? Welcome to my vlog. Sa mga di nakakakilala sa akin, ako nga pala si Architect Lion Australia. Sa akong arkitekto na nakabase dito sa Philippines. So today ngayong araw ay pupunta tayo virtually sa Davao City kung saan maraming doves. So, kidding aside, titingnan natin ang People's Park kung saan nagkaroon ng vaccination. Sa aking pamamahayag, nalaman ko na ang People's Park pala ay pinag-ambagan ng mga people. Kaya siguro People's Park. Balita ko, ang People's Park daw ay project ni President Duterte noong siya ay mayor pa ng Davao. At ito ay nagkakahalagang 72 million pesos. Sikat na sikat ang park na ito sa Davao dahil ito ay kadalasang pinupuntahan ng mga nagja-jogging at gustong mag-relax. Ito sa balance of open spaces and amenities, sabi nga nila. There are jogging path, playground for kids, and a senior's corner. Several water features, bamboo, and team gardens. Parang napakaganda nito. Couple of months ago din, dito naganap ang walk-in at drive-thru vaccination para sa convenience ng mga Davaoeños. Suriin natin kung papasaba sa mata ng isang city planner ang CLUP o Comprehensive Land Use Plan ng Davao City. Dating ngayong araw may dudes is kasama natin ang mayor ng Davao, si Sir John Mayor, at isa sa pinakakilalang city planner, si Architect Elevation. Siyempre, magkakaroon din tayo ng guest president from Davao para makakuha talaga tayo ng magandang scoop inside Davao. Good afternoon po. Kamusta po kayo dyan?
Okay naman, Architect. Kayo ba?
Sucks lang. So, pwede niyo po ba kami bigyan ng glimpse about sa current CLUP ng Davao City, specifically about sa open spaces and public parks?
So, here in the city of Davao, we have an abundance of space allocated for the use of parks and recreation. So, in fact, we have a total of 110 hectares of land used for parks and recreation. Some of the most notable parks in the city are the Rizal and Osmeña Park, the Quezon City Park, which is in front of the City Hall, and the famous Magsaysay Park. One of the latest additions to our parks is the People's Park, which is a project of the now President, Rodrigo Duterte, and this serves as a recreational facility. We're not stopping here as there are still a lot of parks in the works, but for now we are still awaiting the funds for them to be fully developed, some of which are the parks in Taril and Kalinan. Our private sectors have developed facilities which will incorporate the park concept in its development. So having parks and recreation as the focal point of the city's development, we already had made a plan of action to continue creating a more healthy and active community. We are focused on improving more facilities and conserving those that have already been established. To be more specific, our city is focusing right now on being able to improve the parks and playgrounds that we have. At the same time, create a modern sports complex which could help the Davaoeños excel in sports. For us to achieve this, however, we developed strategies such as utilizing more of the public lands in the smaller barangays and creating more plazas and green belts for the community. And most importantly, we must keep existing developments maintained. For the tourism in our city, hotels and restaurants are being built in the urban areas, while resorts and nature parks be in proximity, which can help create more opportunities for entrepreneurs in our city. We're also focused on creating better open spaces that will include pocket parks, parking facilities, and other uses.
Interesting. Good to know na napakarami naman po palang proyekto ng Davao City para sa future developments ito. Lalong-lalo na in terms of public parks and open spaces. At guys, kasama rin natin ngayon si Miss Resident at si Miss Citizen para tanungin sila sa kanilang opinion about sa mga ito.
Hi, Architect!
Hello po, Architect!
Hello, Risi at City. Ano masasabi niyo sa mga future projects na ito ng Davao City bilang isa sa mga nakatira dito?
For me po, as a resident of Davao, napakagandang opportunity po ng mga proyektong ito para sa akin. Lalong-lalo na mahilig po ako mamasyal outdoors. Ngayong pandemic, since hindi po pwede pumunta sa mga malls, ang laking tulong po ng mga parks dito sa amin bilang pasyalan. Hopefully lang, these parks can be maintained and protected para lahat po ng Davaoeños ay makinabang.
Para sa akin naman po, ang mga parks na ito ay malaking tulong, especially since napaka-flexible niya for any kind of use or event. As a concerned citizen, I hope marami pa pong parks and open spaces ang ma-develop sa buong Davao City since nagbubukas po ito sa napakaraming opportunities na rin po para sa amin. Sa way na rin po para mas ma-appreciate ng mga residents ang mga sceneries na nasa city.
Thanks Miss Risi at Miss City. Ngayon, kasama naman natin si Architect Elvation. Hi Architect!
Hi, Architect Lion.
So Architect, based na rin sa mga discuss ni John Mayor about the CLUP, what are the issues in terms of parks and open spaces in Davao City?
So as of now, there are 19 public parks supervised by the city government, spanning 14.76 hectares for the city's 1.6 million people who reside on about 145,000 hectares of land. One of the most critical issues noted in the city's comprehensive development plan is the lack of public parks and open recreational areas. There are still a number of underdeveloped city-owned parks. As an example, we have Toril District, which we plan to develop as a tourism zone, yet construction would be held back because there is a lack of infrastructure and water supply. According to the 2015 census, the population of Davao City was 1,632,991. This equates to 4 people per household on average. In 2015, the annual population growth rate was 2.3%. Instead, the city's population surpassed 1 million, becoming the first in Mindanao and the Visayas, the fourth in the Philippines as well. So following this, the city has a population of 1,825,450 people as of 2020. So with this, Davao should allocate 9 square meters per person for urban green spaces as per WHO to be a competent livable city. So if there are 1,825,450 people multiplied by 9 square meters, 16.43 square kilometers must be allotted for parks and open spaces, which is approximately 15% of Davao's total land area. As an urban planner, here are some of my solutions and suggestions that we can offer. First, construction of at least one public open space per barangay into a plaza or playground or tree park. Second, the development of open spaces in the subdivision as green park. And lastly, the establishment of baywalks and parks along riverbank.
Thank you for that, Architect Elvation. Today, we are also going to be talking about the Davao Riverside Boulevard. First of all, thank you again very much for accommodating my request. I heard that mayroon kayong project sa Davao City. Can you tell us more about it?
So for the Davao Riverside, we were advised to try and find a solution in order for us to incorporate a wider road or boulevard alongside the riverbank. This can be achieved if we are able to modify the river to make it straighter and more fixed. If the necessary adjustments will be pushed, then the construction of a proposed recreational park can begin. Our IM for Davao project also intends to create the Davao Transit Center where both the TDD rail line and the city mass transit joins along the Davao River. To sum it up, our plans for the Riverside Boulevard will be creating shore protection and river flood control, which helps the populated areas with high flood susceptibility. Together with this, we'd also like to develop baywalks and parks for our community.
Wow, ikaw Architect Elvation. Anong masasabi mo tungkol sa project na ito?
Okay, one of the solutions I mentioned earlier is the establishment of baywalks and parks along riverbank. Having such spaces will not just encourage an environment-friendly design, but a sustainable lifestyle for our members of the community. Putting on-site furniture such as benches where people can take a break from a walk and ample amount of space for people who are either jogging or cycling. Establishing and maintaining these kinds of parks and open spaces, increasing places where people can gather, may also have a positive impact in the social, tourism, and economic development of the place. In doing so, Davao City may be able to improve and soon become a competent, livable city in the country. I just hope that we can get the support of everyone in attaining our goals for the city, because these goals and projects need the cooperation of everyone, including the members of our community.
Napaka big brain naman ng mga insight na yan. Once again, maraming salamat sa ating mga special guests for today's vlog. Sana marami kayong natutunan about sa CLUP ng Davao City in terms of open spaces and public parks. Sana ma-realize natin ma-deeds na kailangan din natin ng open spaces di lang para may pupuntahan ang mga magjowa, kundi para na rin sa ating well-being as a community. Back in the capital region kasi, wala din halos pupuntahan ng mga tao na open public spaces. Kaya naman, nagkukumpulan sila sa Dolomite Beach. Makonsider pa rin ba natin silang pasaw? Knowing na kailangan natin as an individual and as a community ng open spaces. Pero, that's a story for another time. Like this video kung gusto nyo ng part 2. Hanggang dito na lang my dudes. Don't forget to subscribe and share or else di nyo ma-experience makipag-date sa open spaces. Lagi! Peace!